Okay, let's just get
Should
her
we start this one off
done.
with like a song?
I mean, what kind of
Should
song?
we lead it in with like a really like just a ridiculous like song?
I don't know. Do you want to actually, do you have Apple Music?
Yeah,
You should definitely, like, this is one of Colin's favorite songs right now. Like, we listen to it all the feckin' time.
yeah.
Um,
Is it head, shoulders, knees and toes, knees and toes?
Surprisingly, no, it's not. Well, okay, he's got two. So this one he likes the music video too. And
Uh-huh.
this one is like our constant song in the car.
Okay.
Constant. Oh, I just sent it to you.
Oh, okay. I was like,
Yeah. I'm like, you're not gonna hear it. Because I doubt if I played it, you'd hear it, right?
my stupid heart.
Hmm. It's by the what is it called? The Walk Off the Earth. Like it's their song, but like their kids are singing this version. They have
Okay.
a video and Colin just loves it.
And
His
then give it
kids
up.
are. Yeah, listen to Give It Up because I would definitely put that at the beginning of this.
Oh yeah. Give it up. Baby, give it up. Okay. Can you hear that from my end? Okay.
Nope. Mhm.
This is the start.
Very
Yay,
good.
welcome back.
Oh yeah.
Welcome to Basic Banter. We thought we'd open it up with something a little different this time.
Well, I would say that's a little different. Oh my goodness.
I didn't really
Like
tell you that's how we were going to open it, but I was like, well,
we
fuck
should
it. We
play a
just need
song. And then I'm like,
and
oh, this is a good song. And
then
then my son is like obsessed with two songs right now. And so I was like jamming out to what was it? Sorry, Give It Up by Casey and the Sunshine Band. So
yeah.
I was literally like, if you're on YouTube and you just saw me like wiggling away, like I don't know how long this chair has left, honestly, because I'm like, going.
It is on its
Like if
last.
I were to go like too far, I think it'd
Just
give.
collapse from the inside
It
out.
would go one way or another.
Nice. It'll
Yeah,
be worth it though.
it will
It'll
be.
be worth it.
Yeah.
God, I love it. Well, we hope that you guys had a great week
Mhm.
and we are pumped to be back. It's weird. The season's
Yeah.
going to be very, as we've realized it, it's going to be a really heavy episode or sorry, guest episode season and we love it. It's going to be a heavy episode. No, it's not.
It's like, excuse me, like what?
No, no, no.
Like, dear God, what are we discussing
Life is
today?
good. Life is still crazy as always, as you're very
Uh,
much aware.
yeah, life updates. Okay, let's see here. What are we up to? I got a job. Did I say
Yeah.
that on the last one? I got a job at a jewelry store here in Killarney. If anybody
Yeah.
knows us, they just know that that's not a shock at all. Like our dad managed a jewelry store, manages, I should say. Like he worked at
Yeah.
People's, now he's at Heinrichs, and then we were at Heinrichs. It's like in our blood, and it's like,
Yeah.
yeah,
My
basically, yeah.
dad said that he talked to Jessica the other day and was just like, well, she wasn't the top salesperson, but she was close. She did
I
well. I'm like,
know he's
oh,
doing, yeah,
Jessica's
he's so
protecting her.
funny. But you know, it is so cool to see, like, again, having worked at like in jewelry
Yeah.
for oh God, okay, like 18 years nearly in Saskatoon. Like you're used to that and like the way it is, you know, it's like nothing's changed. Or, you know, if it changes, it's like, I don't know, you know, it's an our change, right?
Yeah.
Here it's like so different. So different in terms of like the stock is different, the presentation is different, there's no commission here, which I'm like totally on board with
That's nice.
because like I'm not a salesperson.
Yeah.
I'm not your sales
Yeah, the
lady.
product will sell itself.
Yeah, exactly.
There to
So
come from.
anywho, but yeah, it's been really good adjustments. I am there a few times a week. Sorry. I'm still trying to like get my like energy up. I'm like, anyways,
Like you're trying.
get it up, get it up, baby, get it up. No, 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 no,
See, this will
no.
help. There you go. The spark's
Exactly.
coming back. Just have
She's
to go.
coming. A little fire starting under me.
Yeah, it's just that
Exactly.
little song. Just da-na,
Let's
da-na-na,
get it,
da-na-na,
baby, get it
da-na.
up. Yeah,
Well, there's lots of
so
reasons
good.
why your energy might be crappy and emotions are crazy, but what we're going to be talking
Yeah.
about today will help you guys understand. And this is the one that we
Yes.
keep. You should keep this episode in your pocket for the whole
Yeah.
year And even reflecting back to everything that has already happened since January. Today we are talking about retrograde.
Retrograde, which is kind of funny. Okay, oh whoa, because like the Casey and the Sunshine Band is a song from the 80s, so it's kind of like retro. So we're like retrograde.
Now. That was the worst laugh. I'm so sorry, guys.
I love it. And also, okay, like I'm not wine drunk. I like, because the last episode I did drunk was with like Uncle Ian, and like it was really blurry in that. But it has been like we never even talked about. Oh, we're talking about doesn't matter. I'm just in like a mood, so we're having some wine. Me.
Yeah, and I'm having my root beer because it's only 1 in the afternoon.
It's too
I'm
early.
going to be drinking tonight. I'm going to have a couple glasses of wine tonight when it's my evening time. Yeah.
I like it. I like it a lot. It's my evening for a show. So
cool
beans.
Okay, we're gonna jump right into this.
Fuck yeah.
Oh my gosh, gotta get this gun out of the way, apparently.
Get it up. Sorry.
Baby,
get it up. Little Harrison will be in the back room being like, get me up. Mommy, get me up. Okay,
oh my God. Hilarious.
I'm so sorry.
Okay. Again, I don't know how much everyone has kind of connected with retrogrades, but you always hear the scariness of like, oh no, here we go, retrogrades coming back. And so not a lot of people realize when they happen, and every one of them is very different.
Because there's like the most popular one that people talk about is Mercury retrograde, which is like the most impactful or whatever, right? But before I would say like my knowledge of retrogrades is literally like what I've been told by like certain accounts, like Liker of Words, Emily Dixon, like whenever she does Emily Dexter. Emily Dixon, I had a lot of saliva in my mouth. Guys, it's been a day. Literally.
Yeah, that's all accents coming through.
No, it is not. Although anyways, it's the whole like again, like we can't even start an episode, can we? We're like, welcome to it. Anyways. Got all that off. No, yeah, that's kind of all I know. It's like social media based like prompts on like when we're in retrograde. Because then I see it and I'm like, oh yeah, that's true.
That makes sense. Yes. When it's funny you bring that up because currently right now where we're recording, this one should I feel be out tomorrow.
Yes, please.
Yeah.
So the whole input because it's Friday and I have nothing else planned. This is it.
It's July 28th today. And so last week was the start of Venus retrograde.
Oh, Venus. So before we get into that, Venus is like love and like.
Yes. And I'll go into like the actual the dirt of it soon because we're going to start off with Mercury. But last week I had seen, oh God, sorry.
It's okay.
I had seen that Venus retrograde was happening and they're just like, watch out. Things are gonna they did it per horoscope. So like your astrology marker. So the Scorpio, things are gonna get intense emotionally and blah blah blah. And I was like, okay, yeah, right. And then Jessica knows Jessica knows that my whole fucking life just messed up last week.
Yeah.
Blown apart. But
it was just a lot. We had a lot going on.
And nothing happened specifically to me or my partner or my baby per se. We're fine. It's just like, a lot of shit happened.
Fucking stir the pot. So
like if you guys ever want to talk drums happened.
Drums, like the drums, like the dramas.
Yeah.
Like TLC will be at your house.
Just laugh thinking, no, it'll be fine. No. God, I couldn't have even hit the deck harder than I should have. But anyways.
Yeah.
So retrogrades typically are always complicated, but this is so all of the information we're going to talk about is why they might be the source of your highest growth for the year. Retrogrades occur when the orbit of the Earth and whichever planet is in retrograde match up in a way that creates an optical illusion that makes the other planet appear like it's moving backwards. So like we obviously know planets can't miraculously start to move backward in their progression around the sun. However, we can understand while this illusion takes place from a similar experience. Like when you're driving on the highway and the car beside you starts to go slightly faster than you, it seems like you're almost rolling backwards for a minute.
Sorry, I was just gonna say, or like when you're like watching like a windmill or like a fan go so fast and you're like, but it's like going back.
Yeah, that's exactly.
Whoa.
Yeah. So this is all kind of happens with the retrograde periods. So they're all opportunities to reflect and assess and they will all affect different parts of our lives due to the planetary energy and whatever sign it's occupying during its retrograde period.
Lovely.
So I'm going to start off with Mercury retrograde just because it's
Big
the
one.
biggest one, but it's also the one that kind of hits off the heart.
That people like know, people get, or
Yes.
recognize, I should say. They don't get, but yeah, they probably get.
Right. So
Mhm.
Mercury's retrograde, that one also, it increases the likelihood of tech issues. Like I can't even use a computer during Mercury retrograde because it either doesn't fucking start, or it turns my screen purple, or like, it shuts everything down. And I'm like,
Yeah.
heck. So there's tech issues, travel delays, and miscommunications. So past relationships can also resurface during Mercury retrograde. It basically, when Mercury enters a retrograde period, all of those aspects of our lives seem to go a bit haywire. So there's
Well,
a couple that I'm going to go through that
yeah.
happen for Mercury.
Yeah.
I think I have 4 that happen for Mercury retrograde. So the
Okay.
first one is Capricorn. So this one would have already passed for this year. So if you guys want to reflect back from December 29th to January 18th, that's when Mercury retrograde would have been in Capricorn. So that time period would have brought setbacks, stagnation, and miscommunication around work, career, and finances. If you find that you're not feeling content with that work trajectory, then at that point, you may have felt like you held off on making any life altering changes. You may have anyway, but they may
Yeah.
not have ended as well.
Okay, fair enough. Okay. So like if that's like Capricorn in your chart
Capricorn.
specifically, or
That's just Mercury going like that type of planet.
the type of effects it'll have.
Yes. So it's
Okay.
just in Capricorn because there's also in Taurus and there's Capricorn and Sagittarius and Virgo. So it's
That's
not like
right.
it's going
Okay.
to only hit Virgos, Capricorn, Sagittarius.
Okay.
It just happens to be where that retrograde is going to be hitting the
Yeah.
most. So yeah, if
Okay.
Capricorn is in the chart, that's what I'm assuming.
It'll probably hit you harder if that's where it is, like sorry, wherever Capricorn falls within your chart.
Yeah,
But
that's what
like that'll be okay, cool. Okay, neato. I've got lots of Capricorn. Not like it matters because that was like months ago. But
I need
then
to
then
I don't know.
uh
I need to find what
gotta,
mine is.
you know what I haven't fucking done yet? I haven't done my
What?
freaking chart. I want to do my birth chart or whatever with Bev.
Oh my God.
Again, Bev, there's your plug. She does
Bev,
birth charts.
every episode, we
Blah,
love you.
blah.
I
Anyways,
feel like I should probably tell her that we talk about her this often.
I don't know. Well, I
Anyways,
would hope that she listens, but you know, she's busy.
she's a very busy girl.
She's that busy.
Yeah,
So
she's very
yeah.
busy girl.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, you can do your birth chart. I need to figure
Sorry.
out what the signs are. I should do a birth chart
Should
as
all
well.
know. We should all know. But yes. Anyways, okay, so that was the first one of the year. Now I could be wrong, but there's another 3 for 2023, right?
Yeah.
Mercury retrogrades. Okay.
So basically, well, there's a bunch of retrogrades still coming.
Yeah, but 3 Mercury, right?
So yes. So after the one that was in Capricorn, December 29th, 2022 to January 18th, the next Mercury retrograde was in Taurus from April 21st to May 14th.
Okay, so that is okay.
Yeah. So as the Taurus is a fixed earth sign known for stubbornness and loyalty, which we know.
What?
Yeah, right. This retrograde will test your most routine connections and obligations to see if they're truly meant for you. Your old belief systems will be resurfacing and getting tested during this time. Be willing to let go of beliefs, thought patterns, and habits that no longer fit with this chapter of your life. You will feel the most safe when you master how to show up for each chapter of your life, and rather than treating them like all the same in fear of making changes. You will want to be aware of what you say, write, and sign during this time period, especially with those closest to you. And with those fixed signs being essentially immovable, the message with this retrograde is to go with the flow of life. Expect the unexpected and shed compassion on yourself and others for missteps and mistakes, which is interesting because during that time you were in Canada and you had no control over what you wanted to do, no matter how hard you tried.
Yep.
And
Or
literally
cried.
were forced to go with
Which is like, I'm here. What do I do? And it's funny because I actually like, yeah, I don't know if I took on any new clients at that point, but I was kind of like, put me to work, you know, like I was signing up for shit because I was like, I don't know how long I'll be here. So,
yeah, literally.
oh my,
Like,
my.
and I would say yes, because you did work with Marcy at that time.
I worked with Marcy, I worked with Dad.
Yeah.
Like I did my old clients, right? I think I might have signed a new client while I was home during that time as well. I could be wrong, but
That's right.
Anywho,
Yeah.
like, but like constantly, like, yeah. Oh
Right.
dear. Mhm.
So then the next Mercury retrograde is in Virgo. So that's
Yes.
August 23rd to September 15th.
Okay.
So Virgo, wow, Virgo.
Virgo.
Virgo is a Mercury ruled sign. So this
Okay.
retrograde period will feel more intense,
Mhm.
and it'll definitely be more intense than others, that's for sure. But it's like a double whammy of mercurial energy because they're both very
Mercurial.
much connected to Mercury.
Mm.
During this retrograde, you might find it difficult to give yourself grace. This may be a powerful time for you to reconnect with yourself and intentions through journaling, meditation, and Virgo's associated tarot card, becoming a bit of a hermit. We need to
Interesting.
keep that in mind. August 23rd to September 15th might be a bit more of like a take it easy, hide in your house. Maybe
A
disconnect.
recluse as we're planning a trip to Europe or maybe just Google Meets. A trip to England
I was gonna
during
say,
that time.
maybe not in Europe.
Where the fuck are you? Lols.
Yeah.
Joke's on you. I'm down the street. Oh my God.
Yeah, I would be so mad at you. I'd be
I'm
like, are
in
you
Prince Albert.
Good Christ.
Not,
Yeah.
I promise you I'm not.
No, she's in Killarney, Ireland.
Killarney. Yes,
Okay,
that's
and
fine.
then the last Mercury retrograde for the year would be
Yep.
December 13th, and that goes to January 1st, 2024.
Okay.
So that's Mercury retrograde in Capricorn and Sagittarius.
Mhm.
So at that point, Mercury will station retrograde in the ambitious Capricorn on December 13th, showing where your true ambitions lie and shining a light on your ability to go back to square one and do what needs to be done. Capricorn is all about delaying gratification for the sake of getting the task accomplished because it'll make the reward taste that much sweeter.
Interesting.
Which is interesting that it says that too around, like, you know how New Year's is like the people love big changes for New Year's.
Goal
New Year, it's a
setting
fresh
and
start. So
resolutions.
yeah, so then if they're talking about like gearing up for your ambitions and making sure that like this is, if it's worth it, you got to make sure to start from the beginning again. I like that.
Yeah. No, I think that's like, yeah,
Yeah. So it'll
very
then
accurate.
it'll retrograde back into Sagittarius on the 23rd of December. Like a chatty Sagittarius, you will feel highly connected to others during this time, but expect an extra dose of confusion and misinterpretation. Fuck. Especially around Christmas time. Of course, people don't need that shit.
Like, aren't
This
I already like in that anyway? What's new?
No. This might feel like a difficult period of time if you're studying or traveling, as Sagittarius naturally rules over the ninth house of higher education and international travel. So remember that anything that is meant to you, wow, that anything that's meant for you will never miss you. So be patient and wait until Mercury retrograde has passed to make any commitments or big life changes.
Yes.
So it's about like starting at square one. It's gonna be worth it, but don't be making any big decisions hastily.
Yeah. Read the fine print, as a lot of my like cards say. Take time with contracts.
Okay, so now we're going to go into where we are right at this moment.
Right, motherfucking now.
This is Venus retrograde. So yes, like you said, Venus is a planet of love, sex, beauty, money.
Sounds like a Rihanna song or something. Love, sex, beauty, money, or what? Maybe Madonna. Maybe it's like what?
Probably.
Whose tone could that be?
RuPaul or Madonna. So when Venus goes into retrograde, you can expect to see sparks flying. And did I ever?
Yes, I know.
Not in a good way. So yeah, anyways, going retrograde only once every 18 months, Venus is the least common planet to incur a retrograde period of the bunch. Venus deals with both love and money, and you can expect the unexpected in both areas of your life during this time. You may be feeling more reclusive and prone to miscommunication, while fears around love and intimacy may arise. You could also have unexpected payments to make, which is funny.
Unexpected? They're expected.
Yeah.
No, you know they're supposed to be made. Anyways, but
and be sure to reel back at any big purchases or committing to any hefty subscriptions.
Okay. Well, shit,
bought a trailer yesterday.
Brittany bought a trailer yesterday.
Yeah. fuck. Oh well.
Like, you're
This
so
is also a
fucked up.
great time to rewrite your relationship to your finances, as the retrograde periods offer us opportunities to reassess and recalibrate with whichever planetary energy is being affected.
Interesting. So it is like a time to like reset. So now that you've spent all your money
Yeah.
and, you know,
Now we get to
relationships,
reset and relook at this financial
reset that.
relationship.
Exactly. But you know what? I kind of fall into that because like I started my job literally like what?
Yeah.
Like last Thursday. And like, so I worked Thursday, Saturday, Sunday, and like I like had asked because it's a new job. I'm like, do I give you my bank details? Like what happened? And they like have a little envelope of my, what do they call it? My God, not payroll.
Pay stubs,
No,
check,
they just give you money.
cash.
Yeah, I got paid cash.
How
It's great. But they give
does
me a pay stub, but like my whatever they called it, my earnings, my wages, the
the
Irish
wage?
word. No, your wages are here. I'm like, okay, cool. I worked like 3 days and I like took home some money. I was like,
Oh my
it's
god.
been great. I love having my own Irish money, like or euros, like whereas I
Yeah, no
anyways.
kidding.
Enough
Now you can
about
spend all
me.
the monies.
All the money's on
All the
groceries. I made a delicious meal tonight though. We had some steaks. They were
yeah.
veggie medley, potatoes,
Potatoes.
potatoes,
That's
potato,
good.
potato. You
I
know,
love it.
yes, I'm sorry.
Love it.
Like,
No,
okay, I'm like really not drunk. I promise you. Like, I just feel like that's my brain is mush today. So I gotta wonder what's going on in my like peripherals. And I feel this way.
you'll have to pull a card not only for yourself but for the collective.
I think so.
Getting to
It's
the
like
end.
I feel like really like blah, blah, blah. So if that
And
if
that's
that that resonates with you, like this is like live chat too, right? Like this is very attuned for like the day that this is coming out. So if you're
yeah,
feeling like that, like please let me know. And like,
yeah,
you know, let me
totally.
help you out. Cause I'm like, this is like feels like if I were to give it a face, it would be that face.
Dead eyes.
Like kind of dead-eyed, like tired. Anyways,
Fair.
let's move on, shall
Okay.
we?
So
Ooh.
during this year, Venus retrograde occurs from July 22nd to September 3rd in the fiery sign of Leo. Leos are fiercely loyal and sensitive pack leaders. So during this retrograde period, you might find yourself easily perturbed with your relationships. And this would be a great time to redefine your relationship and its boundaries in order to make sure everyone is on the same page. Don't be surprised if there's a habit of overspending on experiences or lavish dinner parties, as Leos like to see and be seen. It's time to break out the budgeting tools.
Interesting.
It is very interesting. Perturbed with your relationships. Hello.
I was gonna Google the word perturbed because I don't think I've ever
I feel like that's like interrupted.
perturbed.
For
Perturbed. How do I
adjective.
spell it? How do you spell it?
Perturbed.
Perturbed. A feeling anxiety or concern. Unsettled.
Yeah.
So,
If anyone knows me, that shit went down
perturbed.
heavy.
Anxiety or concern. Unsettled. Yeah.
But this is good. It's good too that yeah, if there's a habit on overspending on experiences or lavish things, budgeting is good. Yes, it's good for me to know.
It's good. This is like really hard to listen to, isn't it?
It
You're
is.
like,
You're
"God
like, yeah,
damn.
damn it, why
God
is it
damn."
so real?
Exactly. When did it
It's
start
interesting.
again? The 21st? July?
No, it's started on the 22nd to September 3rd.
Wait, July 22nd. Okay, yeah, that's like to the day of your day of reckoning there. That's hilarious. Hilarious. Hilarious, hilarious.
So I've got one. So apparently retrogrades can all obviously happen at the same time.
Yes, they can overlap, right?
Yes. Yeah. So this is a different one because this is Mars retrograde.
Okay.
It started September 3rd of last year
Uh-huh.
and went to January,
Okay.
I think, of this year.
Okay.
I don't know why it's in the middle, but anyways, Mars is the planet of aggression, forward movement, energy, sex, and action. And when this powerful planet enters a retrograde, it can cause us to feel sluggish, uninspired, and frustrated. Mars retrograde periods are the rarest. They only happen once every 2 years, but they stay in their retrograde position for anywhere from 8 to 10 weeks at a time. So when we entered 2023, in the midst of a Mars retrograde in Gemini, it started sorry, it will, wow, hold on.
Okay.
It just like decided to be like all these numbers that like literally have nothing to do with anything. It's just like, hey, let's just doing these like shadow periods and then stationing direct. And I was like, no one needs to know that shit.
No. Exactly. That's
So
okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
So, but anyways, from where it started for the rest of 2023, there won't be any more Mars retrograde periods. So it's going to just move freely in the forward momentum for the remainder of the year.
Okay.
There was just a short bit about Mars.
Okay.
So
And we haven't had one. Sorry, do we have any coming up for this year, or we had one earlier this year, right?
yeah, we had one that finished in January.
Finished in January, so we shouldn't see it again for another 2 years.
That's right. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
So going to Jupiter retrograde, that one will be September
Mm.
4th to December 3rd. Jupiter is a planet of expansion, good luck, and good fortune. So when this planet goes retrograde, it causes us to reassess our own habits that veer towards hedonism and overindulgence. This will help us bring us back to reality and become more mindful of our decisions to find balance and remove anything that's blocking you from expanding.
Oh, that's
So
great.
yeah. So as noted though, like all retrograde periods are not moments in time to fear, but to utilize. So this will be a great time to reassess the career path and financial trajectory that you're on to make adequate changes in order to succeed at rapid speeds when it comes to a close.
Okay.
Interesting.
I'm just like Googling this as well as like as you're going, because I'm like, aha, I love a good like note and like a fun fact.
I know.
So
I love the fan facts. Yes.
love a fun fact.
We're gonna jump into Saturn retrograde, which would have started June 17th.
Okay.
And it's going to be going until November 4th. So Saturn is the planet of rules, karma, discipline, and when it enters retrograde, this is a time where important life lessons will be served to you on a silver platter. These hard-hitting moments may make you feel swept up in life's current, but they're meant to happen. So these are meant to help you make sure that your priorities are in check and that you're playing your role in your life to your fullest potential.
Yeah.
So during this time, your relationship to spirituality, your belief systems, self-discipline, and creative expressions will be the focus. Take this time to find proper balance between your dreams and your reality, your work and your pleasures, and the ways that you're expressing your deepest and truest feelings. Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
So that's good. Yeah. So that's Saturn. And then we have Uranus. Not my Uranus.
Uranus. Not your anus. Not my anus. Because we're 10.
Yeah, we're literally 10-year-old.
Uranus. I only think of Bart Simpson when I think of Uranus. And I don't even know if he made any Uranus jokes.
Even though you said, when I think of Uranus, I think of
when I think of Uranus.
What do you mean, Jess? Why does that look like that?
Kiss Uranus. Kiss my anus. Or whatever. He's like, kiss my butt. What is it? Or what did he say?
Eat my shorts.
Eat my shorts. Damn it. Sorry, guys. Like pants, his butt.
Nope.
Uranus.
Neither.
Uranus. Yeah.
Eat my shorts. Okay. Uranus retrograde is from August 28th to January 27th.
Yep.
So Uranus, the planet of shakeups and sudden changes, goes retrograde to help us push past limiting societal beliefs and norms. This retrograde period seems to cause even more unpredictability than Uranus brings in. Hold on. Oh, than Uranus would normally bring in for its periods of forward momentum. Expect the unexpected in food sourcing, imports and exports, the stock market, the economy in general, and your own personal finances. The sense of stability with this planet and being dismissed from the lineup, we will still feel its energetic shifts. So focusing on regeneration, transformation, taboos, and subconscious, we will feel its effects during the retrograde happening. So this only happens once a year. It lasts for about 6 months at a time.
It's a really long retrograde.
No, I wasn't even, I was reading the wrong one.
Like once a year for 6 months. Okay. So every 6 months.
Okay.
Cool.
I was like, wait, what the fuck? Hold on. Oh.
I don't know. I mean, maybe it is. I have no idea. I trust
Oh my
you.
gosh, no, that's something different. Holy fuck. Okay,
If
so here we
anybody
go.
hasn't noticed, I've done nothing. I've done no preparation. This is on Brittany all the time.
That's normal. Hey, and you know what? When it's on me, things are
I
just
mean,
gonna
that's
get
normal. That's fine.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Let me start over. So
Okay.
with Uranus retrograde, expect the unexpected in food sourcing, imports and exports, the stock market,
Stock market.
and your own personal finances, and the sense of stability with this bullish energy at play.
Bullish.
Back on track.
Back.
Next,
Oh,
we have Neptune retrograde. That one starts from June 30th to December 6th. Neptune is a dreamy planet of ideals, intuition, and spirituality, and its annual retrograde period is happening this year from June 30th to December 6th.
Okay.
Getting swept away by fantasies and full-blown escapism can occur during these retrograde periods, so that the main focus is to keep yourself grounded and centered during a time period that's prone to disconnection.
Disconnection.
Disconnection and indulgence.
Yes. Disconnecting and indulgence.
I wouldn't even be able to try to anyway.
Disconnection and indulgence. Intelligence. Say that 10 times fast. You know, you're laughing at us now, listener.
I
but
can
you
barely
know,
say it like
disconnection and indulgence. That took a lot of concentration. But can be done. Anyways,
so
go on.
Because Neptune deals with escapism and overindulgence, you'll also want to make sure that you're not avoiding reality with vices or substances that could put you in a precarious position.
What?
So these retrograde periods are great seasons of time to reassess your dreams and see if the goals that you've been moving towards are still viable for the present day version of yourself.
This is on right now, correct?
Yeah.
Currently active. Set to in the green. It's on. Cool.
Yeah.
This is where I am right now. Go ahead, Brittany.
Yeah.
Brittany, continue on.
Yeah. So
I'm
in
like,
other words,
oh.
are you holding on to something just because you've yearned for it for a long time? Do you truly still want the things you've set out to find years ago? Let yourself reconfigure your spiritual practices, meditation and writing, healthier and more grounded activities that can still give you the feeling of diving deep and creating a new, more dreamy reality. Why don't you tell us the tea?
No, I mean, like, not even like there's tea, but like this isn't like that kind of podcast. But like, okay, because the other retrogrades, I'm like, yeah, I suppose. Like, I didn't have much of Venus, you know what I mean? But like, sorry, which one are we in right now? Are we in Uranus? Are we in Uranus?
No, we're in Neptune now.
Neptune, we're in Neptune. Okay, cool. Like, where are we? Okay, Neptune. Yeah, because this feels like
Uranus
right
also.
where I am.
Yeah, we're in Uranus.
We are in
Neptune.
Uranus. Breaking
and
news.
Technically Pluto, and technically
nice.
Saturn.
This is the one I feel the most then. So that's interesting. Sorry, what sorry, Neptune rules which signs? Did you have that saved? Did you have that saved in your brain on paper?
It doesn't say.
Because I mean, it doesn't matter, I suppose, but definitely feel like, and like, I don't like, I was just telling Brittany, like, I have not had like, a lot of wine since like beginning of the year. Like, I just feel like I'm like, cannot cope with my children right now. And I'm like I can't, like, I'm just like, there's zero fucks to give. They're done. Right. They're all they're no nerves. They're gone. Like, I feel disassociating is better than anything right now. And I'm like, I'm gonna have some wine tonight. That's literally where I am. So I'm like, oh, hi.
Yeah.
Hello.
Oops, oh,
Neptune. That's what I was like, oh. So funny.
Hilarious.
So
well, we have one more to go through, and that will be Pluto retrograde. So that one goes from May 1st to October 11th. So this one we're also in.
Yep.
So even though it's
can confirm, it's actually not a planet. It's a dwarf planet. They call it.
Is that right?
I have a poster behind me over here. See this? That's got the planets. And there's it says planets that are dwarfed. Pluto. And others, but mostly Pluto. Anyways, so
it's normally dismissed from the lineup, but we still feel its energetic shifts.
Yes.
It focuses on regeneration, transformation, taboos, and subconscious that will fill that we sorry, that's what I was trying to read before when I fucked it.
Mhm.
And subconscious, well, we will feel the effects during this retrograde. This one affects more so like the sign of Aquarius, or sorry, it's in the sign of Aquarius from this time. So this happens once a year, lasting for 6 months at a time. We're not unfamiliar with Pluto retrograde energy, but its effects are so much more subtle than the closer, more personal planets. So these time periods will ask you to embrace personal transformation and the release of old chapters in your life. You may be called to end relationships, move to new living situations, or start following long hidden dreams. Your deepest desires hold the key to your life's purpose, and Pluto retrograde periods are often a great time of reflection to refocus on how to make changes in your life for the better.
Mhm. Very good.
Those are crazy.
They are crazy, but you know, I like what you've done with like, in terms of, you know, obviously it's happening and like we
Yeah.
can't control
Nothing.
nothing.
You can just take advantage of it.
Exactly.
What we're
That we
supposed to-
can, yeah, we can pull homework from it and be like, okay, at this time I should be doing this. Or, you know, I mean, he's not even homework. It's just like these are tasks that will only help me become a better version of myself, right? So it's like doing the homework and researching into myself, or, you know,
Yeah, that's exactly it.
money management or writing or dream
Or being careful with
manifesting
the substances.
vices. My vices, literally, I don't do anything, so it's fine.
No, I'm
It's
just
fine.
teasing.
This is fine.
I'm just teasing.
And here we
But
are.
yeah.
You though? Are you though?
I am, I promise.
As I've got wine mouth, like
You know what? You gotta live your best life. As we've
I am,
discussed,
yeah.
it's evening now.
exactly. It's evening. It's allowed. Children are half asleep, so half
Right.
asleep. One's not.
Oh.
One is.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Mine
50.
just screaming to stuff right now.
Anyways,
Why
yeah,
not?
that's
So
neat.
yeah, let's get so if you guys have any questions about retrogrades, we'd love to hear them.
Yeah. I feel like
if you feel called like
yeah.
you're in one more than the other, that would be
Yeah.
awesome.
So you would say
Also-
yours is definitely more in
I'm in Venus right now. That's
you're
for
in
sure.
Venus. Okay, and
Yeah.
I'm definitely in Neptune.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or
We're
whatever.
connected.
I'm in all of them. We're all in all of them right now.
We are.
Those
It's
are the
just
ones I'm
depends on
feeling.
which ones. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Because I don't typically have too many like tech issues when I think of Mercury retrograde and that, but I mean,
Oh, I feel like
Yeah.
it like interrupts my sleep. It's crazy.
that's
Okay,
nuts.
so I pulled a card for you, Jessica, and I pulled a card for the collective.
That's so nice of you. Okay, cool. What do you got for me?
Okay, so I'm pulling from the deck the Mermaids and Dolphins magical deck from Dream Virtue.
Mhm.
And so the card that I picked for Jessica is Make a Decision.
Like I don't even know what this is the thing. Every time I pull, yeah,
Feeling stuck or indecisive? Listen to your intuition and make a decision.
okay. Like also like, and also like what? You know what I mean? Like okay, decision made. Now
let
what?
me
Like
check.
what do I?
Let me just go deeper. Hold on.
This is what I mean. I'm like my brain is all over the place right now because it's like what? Okay, like I've decided to do that, so don't need to change anything I'm doing. It's just that's what we've decided now. It's like
okay. So here's sometimes life feels like it's at an
froze.
impasse while we await its next instruction. By drawing this card, however, have an ask, what do you want? Sometimes the universe asks us to be the decision maker, and this is one of those times. Instead of passively allowing life to push you around like a canoe without oars, you're counseled to take charge and set your own course. Know that heaven gives you all the resources you need to pull yourself out of any situation as long as you make a firm and clear decision. Your decisiveness is a catalyst for heaven to clear the way for your manifestation. So let go of all your fears and worries and focus only on the destination that you intend to reach. Enjoy the journey along the way.
Okay.
And for the
collective people, what do we need? What do you need?
This one is you are being helped.
That's nice.
So heaven is working behind the scenes to help you, even if you don't see the results yet. So that one, oops, dive deeper a little bit. Your manifestation is being worked out right now, even if you don't see tangible proof. As an what is the word I'm looking? I can't say it. Oh my god,
Okay.
this is so saying
What, can you spell it?
analogy. Yeah, I can't say it. Analogy is what I want to say.
Analogy?
There, thank you. Analogy. Wow, what a trip that
Analogy?
I went on. Why did I go
Analogy.
literally Uranus analogy. Anyways, what a time,
What a
guys.
time, guys. This is great. This is great. So
Okay,
great.
so as an analogy, when sailors get close to land, they often see signs of life, such as birds flying or branches floating in the ocean. By drawing this card, you're urged to notice signs that land, your manifestation is near.
Did you just pull this card like this week for
Literally,
another
it's
reading?
very familiar. I was just like, wow, I read that before.
Literally, I was like the sticks in the water. I'm like, when they approach it, I'm like, yeah, they see shit in the water. They see like branches and leaves and then birds. I'm like, wait a moment. This
Yeah,
is deja vu. I love deja
literally
vu.
though, but I
Sorry.
didn't think I pulled it for this card or for on the
From that
podcast.
deck.
I know, but I feel like I pulled this for somebody else in this last week.
Okay, because you definitely did pull it with me present, but I don't know if it was for the pod. That's crazy.
Yeah, holy
When
shit.
I listen, I'll listen to like when I like prior to posting whatever episode we recorded. I'll like let you know because this is
Yeah,
nuts. Sorry, I just
yeah,
think that's
crazy. I
cray
like
cray.
it.
Deja
So
vu
whatever,
is such a
yeah,
it's such a ride.
it is such a ride. Even if you
Such
don't
a
see the
ride.
evidence that your manifestation is in the process, this card assures you that your prayers have been heard and answered. Stay centered in faith and gratitude in order to open the doors to your desires. So if you're manifesting, if you've heard this card before, you are still being helped. It is on its way.
Good. Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Love that. Okay, so I'm gonna pull a collective from the Animal Spirit deck.
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna pull for the collective from the Animal Spirit deck. That's what I tried to say, and it didn't come out that way. But
Your words are really hard today.
yeah, but you know what? I'm
You know why?
excited
Because
because
Venus retrograde with miscommunication.
right? Okay. So for July 29th and I guess the next week, let's see here. What do my friends need to know, man? Like, what the fuck? Let's see. Okay. Ooh, a fish. A fish. I don't know. I love getting like new cards. And I say new as in like new to me. Exactly. I'm like, ooh, a fish. Where you go? Where you go? Fish. Restlessness, change of focus, lost in the current. I'm sorry, what? The fish loves to be subsumed in life's current. Nothing pleases it more than movement, and more movement. The roaming lifestyle of the fish may be exhilarating for a while, but usually it leads to weariness and slippery relationships. With all the possibilities out there in the vast waters, the fish becomes lost without clear goals and intentions. Spend some time with the lunar forces, dear fish, as the peace and the calm of the moon will soothe your soul. So when we're in balance, we're adaptable, travel well. When we're out of balance, we're distracted, changes mind often. To bring into balance, set a small goal and accomplish it. I really like that. I've never pulled this card before, so that's pretty neat.
I don't think I've ever seen a fish card. That's cool.
There it is. It's a fish.
What a time.
It's a fish. What a
fish.
time.
Yeah.
What a time.
Well, it's funny because your card and my card are very much the same because it was a dolphin helping out this little buddy in the water.
Fancy. Yeah.
Fish. Dolphin.
Fish. It was a fish. I love fish. You know.
All right.
Wow.
Well, thanks again for sticking around another week. We've got lots of really amazing guests coming up, and we're going to definitely put these little guys in whenever we can.
Exactly. Hey.
Yes, we are still looking for sponsors too. There's been a couple people that have reached out, but we're always open. So just shoot us a message, and we'll send you some details. We're open to whatever you have to give.
Yeah, totally. And like we are talking like about the season as well. So far we've got so many guests. So I hope you guys are into guests because there's tons. And I'm so pumped about all of them.
Yeah.
Yes, it is a learning year. Exactly. Like I feel like the first season, I'd probably said this before. First season was like an introduction, and the second season we're really getting to like dive in a little bit deeper into some of these topics, which I'm so excited about. There's some fun stuff coming up and that have already happened and we're just waiting to release them. So reconnections and new connections.
Yeah.
It's gonna be great.
It's gonna be so good. We can't wait.
But
So
on that topic, yeah, if you've got any questions or want us to do any topics or, want to feel like we should like be aware of other like accounts that you may follow that may be good for us to know, like that's great too, right? Like you can spam us with shit. Like don't tag us in shit. Like, don't tag us like in like spammy. I shouldn't say spammy, like
in the contests.
contest. Like I'm not gonna look at that. But but I mean, like, feel free to tag us in videos. Like, if you see
Yeah.
something that's like, oh, they might like this, we'll love it.
Yeah.
We'll love it. So please,
Yeah.
that's great. That's fun. We'd never say no to
You can
that.
find us on TikTok or Instagram to do those things.
Yes, basic banter for witches, or
And YouTube.
Basic banter for witches, and
email
basic banter for witches at gmail.com. Boom. I'm gonna see if that came out in unison when I do the video or the voice.
A little bit.
It did.
You have the same voice sometimes.
We do the same voice sometimes. Same tone and same manner and same altitude or whatever.
Altitude.
Altitude.
Hello.
I don't know. Hello. I don't know. The same pitch.
There.
And that pitch was very pitchy. My pitchy pitch. That I pitchy pitch. Well, this episode is that. It's done now.
We gotta
That's
go.
great.
we gotta call this one, Jessica.
Yes, I know. I'm sorry. I'm like, how can we make it more interesting? Like, I don't know. They've made it this far, I hope.
We sang a song to start the episode.
We did. And now I've got to figure out how I can like copyright that song and like put it in our episode, rather than us be just like jamming in the background. See if anything like that.
It'll be great, no matter what.
It'll be great. It'll be so good.
Okay. Well, we love you.
Great.
And I love you.
Love you.
And we are gonna go. So next time,
let's wrap it up. Cut it out. Okay.
Oh my God. Okay. We're done.
Bye.
Okay, bye. Love you. Bye.
Bye.